What's going on, everybody? So I'm about a month and a half into the Master Chief Life-Size build, and I've learned some things that kind of I didn't expect it. As you run these printers for hours and hours and hours nonstop, the time frame in which they need to be maintained and cleaned up gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So I didn't have an appreciation for that because I didn't do a ton of 3D printing up until this point. Usually, you'd have clogs or you have to level the bed every now and then, but it wasn't a frequent thing. But I've noticed that when you're running these things nonstop, those type of regular maintenance needs to take place regularly. So I've definitely lost some time in having bad prints because, a nozzle's clogged or my bed wasn't appropriately leveled. So it's been a bit of a learning curve, but I've learned a lot in this process. I think I've gotten better identifying issues early on. I know how to make adjustments as things are printing. So it's been quite the learning experience. I think I've gotten a lot better at 3D printing and doing this process. I will say it's pretty big. I knew it was going to be big. I knew it was like a 7-foot tall statue, but just as the legs have started to take shape, I've definitely realized that this is a massive, massive piece. So pretty ambitious for my first large 3D print to go this big, but I'm happy with it. It's going pretty well. So I'll give you guys an update. I would say I'm probably about 50% done at this point. So it just goes to show how long this project's going to take, but I'm very happy with it. So what's going on, everybody? Quick update on the Master Chief build. As you can see, we have the 2 legs up to the knee. And this, what you're looking at right now, has taken me approximately 3 weeks to get done. So initially, I was printing everything with a 20% infill, which I think I have an example I can show you guys. So this is a piece, and you can see a 20% infill has a lot of bracing going on in it, and it's very sturdy. So the feet have 20% infill, and obviously the higher the infill, the longer it takes for the printer to print each part. So this foot by itself, which I can take off this piece because they kind of all fit together like that. This foot took 1 week. This foot, another week. Now, considering time and everything, I figured I'll do 20% for the feet to give it a strong base. But then for the legs, I shifted to a 6% infill, which you can see much less bracing, but still pretty sturdy, and I think it gets the job done. So 6% infill helped a lot. Allowed me to print all of this leg in about half the time that the foot took me. So as you can see, everything up to here is about 3 weeks worth of work using 2 of the Ender 3 printers. So I will keep going and show you as it progresses. What's going on, everybody? Wanted to give you guys a little update on the Life-Size Master Chief build. Quick update, a friend of mine had an Ender 3 that he wasn't using, so in order to kind of speed things up a little bit, I introduced a 3rd printer into the project. I'm about maybe a month and 2 weeks into printing. So to tell you guys where I'm at, we are now printing the groin section of Master Chief. I still have a couple pieces to actually put the leg in the correct position, but it's pretty cool to be able to see him standing. It's been quite a journey to get to this point. These printers have been going pretty much non-stop, and I've dealt with a little bit of maintenance issues getting them printing properly, so we've had some setbacks, but it's looking pretty good. I've been doing kind of rough painting. There are some spots where there's some warping going on, which happens when you're printing parts of this size, so still trying to figure out how I want to fill those cracks as well as some of these minor ones. But regardless of the cracks, just looking at it as is, it's starting to look like a really cool piece. So I'm excited. Once you kind of see something like this start to take full form, it kind of motivates you to keep going. So I'm excited. I kind of like the black look of the filament that I'm using. So certain parts of Master Chief are naturally dark, so I've been trying to kind of mask up as I'm painting the green on Master Chief to leave that black. I'll see in the end if it looks the way I want it to look, or if it's going to need another shade. You'll see the lower leg section, I was using a gray color, but honestly I think it's a little too light for what it is. So I don't know, might end up changing that to match this black. But if you look at photos of Master Chief, he is more of a dark graphite gray color, so we'll see. But just giving you an update. As you can see, the groin is probably halfway done. This is going to be a major piece once this completes. This will allow me to connect the two sides of the groin and put his leg in appropriately so he's not balancing. So the stance will change a little bit, but just wanted to give you this look. I'm very happy with it.